In the headlines, teachers of the Ave Maria Girls' School head to the Ministry of Education in protest to shed light on growing concerns surrounding the safety and security of students. Members of society are standing in solidarity with teachers of the Ave Maria School who staged a protest over the location of the High Court. And an appeal is made to find the local dancehall artist who is missing in the United States. All this and more coming up in tonight's broadcast.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
It is Monday, the 25th of November 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News on Flow Channel 117. The broadcast is also being simulcast on Kiss FM Radio, on our website www.caribbeanhottv.com, or on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I'm Rochelle Gonzalez, standing in for lovely Saint Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. There was a flurry of activity outside the Ministry of Education as teachers, parents and students of the Ave Maria Girls' School staged a walk to shed light on growing concerns surrounding the safety and security of students. The ultimate aim of the protest action remained the location of the courthouse on Coral Street, which parents and teachers say is too close to the educational institution. Solange Alfred takes us through with that report.
A walk with a purpose. On Monday, 25th November, PTA members, teachers, and a number of students of the Ave Maria School made their way to the Ministry of Education in a bid to seek audience with ministry officials to address growing concerns regarding safety and security of students. This came on the heels of a security breach and numerous bomb threats affecting normal procedure at the school. Upon arrival, the party attempted to enter into the Ministry of Education. However, the crowd was turned away by law enforcement. Vice President of the PTA Ave Maria School, Sylvrina Priville-Howell, says the intense presence of law enforcement officials outside the Ministry of Education, in comparison with the requested police support by parents and teachers at the Ave Maria School, is discouraging, to say the least.
We are being locked out of the building, and it is very disappointing to see how persons are reacting now when we have asked for police support and we have asked for guidance, we have asked for security measures to be put in place. However, all the police are out today. Everybody is out today. We are not being allowed to enter the building. On a normal day, everybody is allowed to enter the government buildings. However, we are simply going in to find out whether or not an appointment can be made so that we can speak with the Chief Education Officer or any person who is responsible to take action to help us to sort out our security issues at the school. However, nobody is attending to our needs this morning.
Priville-Howell says the only step forward for the safety, security and normal running of the school is the relocation of the courthouse along Coral Street.
This is not a protest action. We are simply walking in to see what can happen. And like we can rightly see this morning, nothing is happening. Nothing can happen today. But hopefully, when this goes out on the media, something will happen.
Would you try that?
Our idea of coming here this morning is to get the support of the Ministry of Education so that they can say we are standing in solidarity, we are focused on helping our teachers, our students, our parents be safe at school, and in doing so that they can speak out and be with us. We don't want them to take out the courthouse. We want them to speak on our behalf. We do want it removed. It is not in the ideal location, right adjacent to a school, and it's causing a lot of trouble for us.
Strengthening Priville-Howell's point is President of the Parent-Teacher Association for the Ave Maria Infant School, Adaya Bernard. He says the trauma affecting both students and teachers demands immediate action from ministry officials.
That is what we were trying to find out, and that's what we want to find out today. What measures the ministry is taking and what they're planning on doing. We had some informal meetings with them, and they're basically indicating that it's not really there. Well, obviously the courthouse is not under the Ministry of Education, so they have to liaise with the Ministry of Justice to find out exactly what is happening. But at the end of the day, I think as parents we have a responsibility. The fact is that bomb threats is a normal occurrence where the court is concerned. So the possibility of it happening again is very real. So at the end of the day, we need to find out. One would have to go, or else the entire situation remains the same. Either the school goes or the court. And I can't see the school leaving, obviously. So I'm thinking that the sensible thing, the responsible thing, would be for the relocation of the court. I think it's a reasonable request.
Unconfirmed sources have indicated to Hot 7 News an audience from Education Minister Dr. Gail Rigobert with representatives of the Ave Maria School is set to take place on Tuesday, 26th November. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Members of society are standing in solidarity with teachers of the Ave Maria School who have requested an audience with the Ministry of Education officials in a bid to address security concerns following numerous bomb threats near the school. A resounding plea for the powers that be to relocate the courthouse located on Coral Street to a new location far removed from businesses and schools has sounded off in the city's capital. Here once again is Solange Alfred.
The cause of much commotion on Monday, 25th November, arose from demands for the relocation of the Castries Magistrates Courthouse along Coral Street. Parents, teachers, and students executed a walk from the Ave Maria School compound to the Ministry of Education at Waterfront to shed light on the burgeoning issue of bomb threats affecting the institutions in the vicinity of the courthouse. Concerned parent McCollin Hamilton drives home the point of the importance of proper judiciary locations.
Since that bomb scare on Thursday, there's 6 teachers that got injured. 17 children ended up at hospital. The children who cannot sleep, they are having nightmares. Nobody seems to be concerned in this country. They find monies to do all sorts of things, in this country. But, what is wrong with the courthouse that's there? It should have been broken down a long time ago and a new one being built. You cannot put a courthouse 35 yards away from a school. This is affecting our school. When a bomb explodes, you know what happens? You know the damage it can do? What if there's a real bomb one day and there's no call? What is going to happen to our kids? They must revisit where they put that courthouse there. It must be revisited. Enough is enough. We have had enough. Our kids the kids that do not want to go back to school there, Right? Kids are having nightmares. They cannot sleep. Kids are traumatized. What's going on? Nobody seems to care, and everybody sits in their offices and they don't care. I went to the Ministry of Justice and Home Affairs and I was turned away.
Mounting support for the relocation of the courthouse was forthcoming by irate and concerned citizens. Another parent, Aaron Alexander, delivers some choice words to the perpetrators of the bomb threats.
Whoever is doing this thing, you're a wicked man and your day of judgment will come. But at the end of the day also, I want to send a call out to the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Legal Affairs, the Prime Minister. This courthouse in the center of town, in close proximity to the school, it must be removed. That's not negotiable, basically. That courthouse have to come out of the center of town there, because that's a hazard. This courthouse have to be isolated or placed in a place where there is not many buildings around. And this thing, it's a courthouse. Why not have 24-hour security, so when somebody call a bomb scare on the courthouse and so on, you all will know nobody could enter the courthouse and interfere with there if you all have 24-hour security around the courthouse.
Further advocating for the removal of the courthouse was Public Relations Officer of the Rockhall Pave Minibus Association, Claudius Bubbles Sydney, who insists Coral Street remains one of the busiest streets in the city's central, which oftentimes must be cordoned off to facilitate high-level court appearances.
It's so close to local bus that yes, still you have a primary school, an infant school by the same courthouse. You have business places. Each time you have a bomb scare, the children have to run up, leave their books, leave everything, and run up to the Marshall Field. It doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. The courthouse is on there. When you heard people's big name, you had some big time, the Cuban and the guy from Martinique was there. They blocked up the whole road. The guy from Saro, the 19-year-old lad, they captured. The same thing they did. We had the bomb scare the first day or the Friday. They blocked the entire street. Our bus take a whole 4 or 5 hours before we could get a load, because people doesn't know where to run, where to go to. It's time they take out the courthouse there.
A call from all concerned parties to the business sector and members of society was placed to stand in solidarity with the teachers for the relocation of the judicial branch. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education released a statement on Sunday acknowledging the unfortunate events of Thursday, the 21st of November 2019, when bomb threats resulted in schools in the city center being evacuated. The statement said, given the gravity of the situation and in an effort to ensure the safety of students and staff, the ministry has been in active dialogue with the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and they have advised that the investigation is ongoing and that leads are vigorously being pursued. Further, the RSLPF has given the assurance that schools within the city are deemed safe for the continuation of instruction and learning. Parents and other stakeholders were therefore advised that school resumed on Monday, the 25th of November 2019. The ministry will continue to monitor and provide the necessary support towards the maintenance of safety and security of those placed in its care. In other news, a friend and former manager of St. Lucian dancehall artist Marcherie is making an appeal to help find the 29-year-old who has been missing in the U.S. since the 17th of November 2019. Mustafa Felicien is expressing concern for the artist, who Alaskan police are reporting is battling through mental health issues and is unfamiliar with the area.
An alarm has been raised over the whereabouts of a budding St. Lucian star who has been reportedly missing in the United States for just over 1 week. Marcherie made her big break when she collaborated with Jamaican dancehall megastar Vybz Kartel in 2015. Over the weekend, the question was raised asking whether there was any truth to the news that the 29-year-old singer, real name Cherie Stout, was missing. On Monday, the 25th of November, her friend and former manager told Hot 7 News that he wished to make some clarifications on the matter.
I'm here to clarify and to confirm that Marcherie is missing. She's a St. Lucian singer, songwriter who had traveled to Alaska to spend time with her family there. Her mother lives there, and she's now missing. Marcherie suffers from schizophrenia, and at times it can go or it develops into psychosis. And when that happens, you can't remember who you are, you don't remember your friends, your family, and so you become extremely vulnerable. And that's what's happened with her.
Felicia said the artist had been battling through the condition for some time now and remembered times when he had to reel her back in for making public outbursts via social media.
And as we know, mental diseases, they're no joke. And she is still missing. She's in Anchorage, or we hope she's still in Alaska. And we just doing the most we can. Currently, the status of the police is that they're still looking, they're following leads. But Alaska is very big. This isn't St. Lucian, it's 200 square miles. But all efforts are being made to ensure that we can get her found.
Felicia said he has been in touch with Stout's family, who he said are all very worried.
I spoke with her mom this morning prior to this interview, her grandmother as well. They are all, they're deeply concerned for her, and especially the fact that, she may be going through a crisis right now. And she has no phone, no way to be contacted. People are wondering, we're wondering if she's eaten. And even how you get out of it, the mental disorder, psychosis is, today you might recover and remember everything, or you may not, it may take some time. So, it's as St. Lucians, I've seen a lot of comments, people questioning whether or not she is actually missing. So I'm just here to confirm that and for us to keep her in mind.
Felicia asked that persons take into account the seriousness of mental disorders. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, the St. Lucia Fire Service reviews its performance, a Castries business owner appeals to have a stinky situation addressed, and the National Workers' Unions asked the Prime Minister to sell majestic lands to compensate workers.